You know what? I've been watching so much WHL hockey lately, I've completely forgot that the OHL and the QMJHL even exist. And we're going to be going over some OHL today. Anyways, I was going to want to talk about Brandt Clarke, because just like Logan Stankman over in the WHL, there's a kid born in 2003, that being Brandt Clarke, ripping it up over there too. Clarke was able to secure himself 10 points in 6 games, including 5 goals and 5 assists, and a +6 rating in the preseason with the Barrie Colts. And if you didn't know, he was the 4th overall pick in this year's Bantam Draft, but only behind a few of his teammates. There's Shane Wright and Brennan Othman, and then I think it was Connor Lockhart, that was the 3rd one. Anyways, if you haven't heard of Brandt Clarke, a lot of people are saying this guy could be the next best defensive prospect we've seen since Rasmus Dahlin in 2018. Anyways, if you guys didn't, if you didn't know, great right-handed offensive D-man, putting up 113 points with the Don Mills Flyers back in the GTMHL, or the whatever it is. It's got too many letters. But anyways, yeah, no, absolutely dominant performance, obviously on a very stacked team, but as a defenseman, just impressive numbers. And as you can see in some of these clips too, just so slick with his hands. He's got a great point shot. He just knows what to do. And then honestly too, and when I saw this stat, I was actually quite surprised because I wasn't checking up on the OHL stats too much. So I saw he was tied for the league with Jonah DeSimone, who plays for Niagara. But anyways, I was pleasantly surprised. I was like, oh, Brandt Clarke, and I looked at, I think Othman had 6 points, and I think Wright had 3 or something like that. Obviously, you know, he's a year younger than them, though. I cut him a bit of slack. From what it seems, though, a lot of people have said he's flown into the OHL game quite quickly and quite swiftly. After his, in his second game, he notched his hat trick just like that, and then he went on to get a point in every game since. So he had a 5-game point streak, ending the preseason off with Barrie. And usually with guys like that, though, I mean, obviously his plus minus is going to look good because he got so many points. So I went on some HF boards there, and I just asked some questions about Brandt Clarke. I said, anyone have any info on how he played in his own end with Barrie this preseason? And I just wanted to know. And I got a response. He's got a funny name there, Kanakistan Flyer fan. He said he looked fine last night. I mean, he's 16, and there were a couple of hiccups, but he's generally right where he should be. He's very good at reading plays and has a good, strong stick. So from what it sounds like there, just he's got the IQ, obviously, where he needs to be in his defensive end. Obviously, he's not the most physically mature yet. Like, he's a skinny kid, but the funny thing is he's actually quite built. He's not that small of a kid. 6'1", 175, probably 180 pounds, something around there now. Who knows when the elite prospects weight was put there. But anyways, when he's frail. He's by no means like an Elias Pettersson frail, but obviously there's tons of room for growing still. He could honestly be like a good 6'2", 6'3" kid, and the way he skates and moves around on the ice, that can just be an absolute gem in the making. This is why a lot of people are saying he may be one of the best defensive prospects since Dahlin. He looks he just, and after that preseason, I'm excited to keep an eye on him going into the regular season. I don't expect him to keep up a pace like that with the Barrie Colts get a point per game as a 16-year-old defenseman. But either way, I can definitely see him maybe getting like up to 40 or 50 points. He's on a pretty good team there with Barrie. He's got a couple of really good, he's got some NHL drafted D-men. They weren't high by any means, but 6th, 7th rounders, people who have obviously impressed scouts. And he's going to have a lot of fun in the Barrie Colts program there. Players like Aaron Ekblad and Rasmus Andersson came through that program. I'm pretty sure they got a good track record on a couple of defensemen there. Either ways too, that was a guy a lot of people were shocked that was taken 4th overall. A lot of people really thought he was going to come right after Shane Wright, just like that. That's how high his talent was. I understand Brennan Othman, that guy's a really good forward, but maybe even that top 3, people thought it was going to be the Don Mills Flyers, just like boom, boom, boom. But I guess not. And anyways, Barrie picked themselves up a great player who looks like he's going to have an astounding OHL career just by this little preview in the OHL preseason. Anyways, this is by no means a prospect report, but just a good update on such a talented player, Brandt Clarke. Probably will have one maybe in the future, go a bit in depth on him. Anyways, I'll keep an eye closely on him and the Barrie Colts this season. Much like tons of OHL teams, I'm not blind to the OHL. Even though I got that WHL series going on, I'm keeping my eye on in the OHL. That is my the Q. I'm not so much, although I'll have to keep an eye on Lafreniere, of course. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video, and bye bye.